We're back for another cloTalks episode, today with Fotini. Fotini, welcome. Thank you for taking the time to speak with us today.
Thank you for having me in this very beautiful studio.
Yeah, it's our pleasure. Can you start by telling us a bit more about yourself, how you started, what you do?
Of course. Well, I'm Fotini, very Greek name, as you can tell. I'm the community and partnership manager at Rewardful. Rewardful is an affiliate marketing software where we're basically helping other companies, mostly SaaS companies, with their affiliate marketing efforts. I have been handling everything related to social media, community, and affiliate marketing partnerships as well. Joined the company a few months ago. Very happy to be there, doing many exciting things that I will be sharing along the ride here today. And in general, I have been working in social media and community management and influencer marketing as well for the past 7 years, I would say now, which makes me feel a bit old. I'm specializing in social media. I started my career working in B2C marketing and D2C marketing. Then I switched to SaaS companies and doing B2B marketing, which is something that I have been doing for the past years, and I actually really enjoy it.
Good, yeah. And how did you start social media, community management? What drove you to it?
So it all comes when I was a student. So I actually studied journalism and social media marketing, or actually to better say it, journalism and digital marketing. When I was in high school, I had this dream. I really loved writing, so I had this dream that I want to be a journalist, picturing New York Times and all of the big flashy names out there. Then when I was 20, I got the opportunity to actually do an internship in Brussels, in a marketing agency in Brussels. And it was my first time actually getting involved with social media marketing. And actually, I fell in love with it. Afterwards, I just dropped the idea of being a journalist and was like, okay, it's time to find creativity into that space. To be honest, I really enjoy it because it really combines the writing part, which is something that I really love and drove me to this direction in the first place, but also it's very creative. There is constant changes. When I started actually working on this agency in Brussels, I was doing social media for Facebook. For example, right now we're talking about TikTok and LinkedIn. This wasn't part of the picture at all. So this is something that I really enjoy as well about the social media scene.
Yeah, definitely. Always changing, especially in today's age. You've had quite the nice career there. And how's been your experience, especially with Rewardful and social media and affiliate marketing? How has that been doing for you guys?
Mm-hmm. Well, it's actually very nice working on such an exciting product with a very nice team as well. We might be a small marketing team, but we are all very hands-on doing many different things. As I mentioned, I'm responsible for everything related to social media, community, and I would say that we've been experimenting a lot with many different things. So I'm actually the first person that was hired in the company that is responsible for social media, that is very hands-on on social media. So we've been trying many different things. For example, we have been very active on Reddit for the past months. This is a project that we launched in the marketing team. This is something that I've been owning for the past months. There is a very big conversation right now, especially around B2B and SaaS companies and how they should be on Reddit or not and what they should do or not. So I was like, okay, let's give it a try. Let's see how it goes for us. And actually, we've been seeing very nice results. So this is something that is working well for us. Also, we started being very active as well on LinkedIn, focusing a lot also on personal branding as well, because personal branding is the number one thing right now on LinkedIn. So basically, we are posting from our company profiles, but we are also posting from our CEOs, Emmet's profiles as well. X is another very big thing for us, or Twitter. I'm still sometimes confusing it. So this is very big as well, especially because half of our target audience is companies, SaaS B2B companies, but we are also focusing solopreneurs and indie hackers, and X is a huge space for indie hackers. And we also started our own YouTube series as well a few months ago, cloTalks, something that we are actually producing here in Lisbon. So we are very active, trying many different things, taking the learnings, adjusting. And we have also many other cool ideas that we are discussing right now with the team and want to implement ahead of us.
It's funny that you mentioned Reddit. We also discussed that internally, especially being content publishers ourselves. We're seeing that more and more companies sort of want to get and see the value of getting their name mentioned in those communities. Also in appearing in AI search results. So that's a bit where we platforms, content publishers come in, but definitely social media side of things as well. And have you noticed any specific challenges in those new ventures that you've been taking? Maybe AI impacts or something?
Well, isn't there always a challenge? It's what we were talking about before. We work in this specific industry, digital marketing in general, that there is always a new change. You wake up and I don't know, like there is a new feature, a new functionality. AI right now is going crazy, right? Like every day there is something going on. There was to be only SEO and now we're talking about AEO and all of these new big terms. I would say the challenge is definitely always trying to keep up with the pace of everything that's happening around and in general in the industry. When it comes to specific, I can tell you challenges when it comes to specific platforms, for example, because for example on Reddit, the biggest challenge is to try to not get banned, which is, I believe, something that everyone has been experiencing. So it's all about, by the end of the day in general, in community management and social media marketing, it's all about being real, being authentic, not being too promotional, and basically speak directly to your audience. And then there is what you also mentioned with the AI searches, like basically try to, provide educational content that is also ranking at the same time and doesn't feel promotional or too pushy or too salesy. This is what we have been seeing a lot.
Yeah, that's something I think that we, as a brand and doing our own social media, also feel a bit. And you mentioned that you were doing B2C earlier. So is that one of the main differences that you feel in doing B2C social media versus now B2B?
Well, that's a good question, actually. I'm usually saying that by the end of the day, B2C and B2B are very similar because we are still trying to sell products and we are still trying to sell and speak to people. And I think this is a very big mistake that people are considering about B2B marketing and especially B2B social media marketing. They are thinking, oh my God, why do we need actually social media marketing in the B2B landscape? And then I'm always saying, because by the end of the day, you are talking to people. The marketing manager or the e-commerce manager or whoever that you are trying to target, by the end of the day, is a human as well, who is doing a research before making any purchase. Okay, it's not the same as buying shoes or buying clothes. You're buying software, but still you're going to make a research. And how do you usually make a research? You start by searching on social media. It might not be TikTok or Instagram, but it will be LinkedIn, right? So I would say there are many differences, but still I'm always following the direction that we have to be human no matter what we are selling and try to speak directly to our target audience and actually capture their attention. There are different tactics and techniques doing that, but I think there is this whole big core behind no matter what marketing you're doing.
Yeah, for sure. And that ties in a bit with the work that goes into building a social media presence for a brand versus for your own self, etc. Do you feel that it's maybe easier or maybe more difficult? Do you see any differences there because you also have your own social media presence? How do you feel about that?
You mean building a social presence for a brand and versus
for one single person?
Yeah, I would say there are many big differences. So when it comes to your own personal account, I'm always saying that should be very real, very human. Basically, share your experiences, be vulnerable with the audience. Don't only focus on sticking on posting the wins, but also post about the failures as well. People really appreciate that. People really want to see who is this person behind the profile picture that they see on LinkedIn or on X or anywhere else. While when you're posting behind a brand, of course, you are trying to keep it more branded But I still think that at the same time, you should still be more human as well, and use storytelling and basically show the world who are the people behind the company as well. There is a very big shift right now on LinkedIn. Probably you have noticed that as well. I think that is everywhere, all over the place. There are very big brands on LinkedIn, like Surreal, for example, which is like a cereal brand. And people would be thinking like, oh my God, why are they even on LinkedIn? And they are huge. They are viral. Why? Because they are very humoristic and entertaining. And they found a way to basically they create carousels, funny carousels, and the audience is going crazy about it. So I would say it's all about finding a way to speak to your audience, and also don't be afraid to actually, make a change. Experiment. That's what I'm always saying. Experiment, try. Even if it doesn't work, you will still have a lesson learned. You will just move on to the next thing.
Yeah. And you mentioned carousels as the person doing the social media. How do you feel about the static content such as carousels versus the short format videos, etc.?
Well, this is a never-ending story. So I remember a few months ago, it was written everywhere. And I was seeing this as well on the results of our company and also my profiles as well. Short-form video content, especially on LinkedIn, is becoming a new thing. And LinkedIn had even like a dedicated page, a dedicated tab on the app on the phone that you could actually scroll on videos. And then they just decided, okay, it doesn't work anymore. So there is always this thing, based on what we were talking before, there is always a change. I would say that carousels, from my experience, are still performing great. I've seen actually recently a big shift towards no visual content. Basically, you just post a text post content, and it performs very good, usually from private profiles, like when you're trying to build a personal account. This works very well, and especially even like shorter, more snappy content and posts in general. When it comes to short form videos, I think they still perform well, but I think you need to make it look like you really need to share value. You really need to start with a very strong hook and try to capture the attention of the audience as soon as possible, because all of us right now, our attention span is 4 seconds probably, or even less. So you really need to be creative in the way that you're trying to capture the audience's attention. But I would say, again, it depends on the niche, it depends on the brand. But as I said before, experiment, give it a try, and see what works for you.
Yeah, for sure. For us, we have various social media accounts for various brands. The one that we do the most with is definitely Best Reviews, where we're on TikTok, Instagram Reels, etc., but especially on TikTok. And we do find that both the carousels, for example, on Instagram, or the videos on TikTok, it's important to add value, because then you'll also get people sharing it, sending to their friends, their family, etc. And that's how you see traction starting to build. But I think it's also hard from a content publisher side, because we're featuring our partners and the products that we feature, software that we feature, some brands that are on Rewardful even. It's a little hard sometimes. How can we show the value to the consumers? Because basically that's what we're doing. And it's definitely a lot of trial and error, trying with a lot of different hooks, seeing what works, what doesn't.
Exactly.
It's like we're always chasing a finish line that isn't really there. Finish line is always...
You couldn't have said it better, actually.
The finish line is always moving ahead, further ahead. It's a constant struggle. Yeah, how has it been? You mentioned you're on Reddit and LinkedIn. Are those the main ones that you see working for companies, or are you also doing Instagram, TikTok?
Well, our main target audience is B2B companies and SaaS companies, so we are focusing mostly on LinkedIn, Reddit, and X. These are our 3 main channels, I would say. Right now, the past months, we actually started with YouTube as well, where we launched our series, but also at the same time, we are repurposing a lot of content. So we might have one longer video, let's say, but we are always trying to make short versions where we actually post them as YouTube Shorts, because YouTube Shorts actually perform great. So we are experimenting a lot with YouTube Shorts as well, but at the same time, all of the short form video content we have, we are trying to find a way to repurpose it as well on LinkedIn or Next. But yeah, in general, I would say these are our main channels. We haven't yet touched at all Instagram or TikTok. I wouldn't say that these don't work for B2B companies. I know many B2B companies and SaaS companies that are doing absolute amazing work over there. But right now we are mostly focusing on the traditional B2B channels, I would say.
Yeah, makes sense. Do you tend to work with sort of affiliate marketing as well in terms of social media? Or is it just like really all in-house for Rewardful?
You mean, I'm not sure if I understand what you mean.
If you tend to work with other affiliates to sort of spread the word about Rewardful, or if you mostly just do it yourselves in-house?
No, we actually have our own affiliate program. Friends of Rewardful is actually the name. So we have a pool of affiliates, and it keeps growing and growing and growing, that they are actually promoting our own affiliate marketing software. Yeah, affiliate marketing is actually a very big thing of what we are doing as well, especially considering that we are an affiliate marketing software, right? So yeah, this is a big part of our marketing efforts in general.
Yeah, that's awesome. So it's been working well, the affiliate side. They promote you guys on LinkedIn as well, and you're sort of your main ones, or do they always also go into Instagram and TikTok?
I would say that there is a big community who is promoting us on Reddit. Actually, Reddit, there is a big space over there. There are many specific communities for affiliate marketing, which is our niche. So there are many people who promote us there, many people who promote us through SEO too, blog posts, articles, all sorts of things. And LinkedIn too is also one of the spaces, and X as well. On Twitter, you will also see people promoting us too.
Yeah, that's nice to hear. Have you noticed that the work that you've been putting into Rewardful has been, not sure how to put this, if the work has been sort of instant gratification, or if it's something that builds over time? You put in the work today and you'll see it start gaining some traction and paying off in a while, or is it something that's a little more fast-paced always?
I would say there is a mix of both, because in general, in social media, what I am doing, and especially in B2B, you see results. You need to take some time to actually see results, because social media works as top of the funnel most of the time. So basically, you're just the entry point where you get people familiar with the brand and the company, and then they proceed into a different journey, basically browsing through the website, logging in, going for the free trial. However, we are already seeing very nice results. For example, on Reddit that I mentioned before, we started from scratch. We weren't really active there. And in 3 months that we have been very focused on Reddit, we already have almost 80,000 views on our profile and our posts and our comments, which is very nice to see. Receiving inbound leads as well from Reddit. We also see that on our YouTube videos as well. We got many nice comments and people commenting and reaching out to us saying how they would like to book a demo or learn more about the product. So I would say we are seeing definitely, we are receiving a lot of positive feedback from all of the different efforts that we have been putting there.
That's good to hear, yeah. And do you think organic still plays a big part, or is it also still very dependent on paid?
I would say organic plays a big part. Most of the things that we are doing are actually organic. We might do paid stuff as well, but I would say 90% of our efforts are heavily on organic. So I would say that organic is definitely a big thing right now. And in general, I don't think it ever stopped. I know there's always a conversation about it. Of course, if you have the budget to push with some paid stuff, it's never bad, right? But if you don't really have the resources or the budget, I still believe that you can make big things even organically. Obviously, it will take more time and effort, and it's what you asked, like you will not see the results directly or immediately, but it definitely plays in the long run.
Yeah, for sure. That's also something that we We do. We rely in both for our website and social media, really on organic. It also tends to convert best because you can push it, put it in front of as many people as possible, but that won't guarantee that
exactly
they'll convert. So it's also always good to have those organic numbers. How do you think things will evolve in terms of community and social media at the moment?
I think that, well, there are many discussions about TikTok, for example, shutting down in the US. And there have been many changes over the past months. There is always like a new deadline. They are trying to prolong the expiration time. So I don't really believe that this is gonna change. This is gonna happen. To be honest, I don't think that TikTok is gonna get banned. I think there's gonna be a solution or something will be figured out over there. In general, I think that the focus we are already talking about being more real on social media, being more authentic, not over polished content. I think there will be even a bigger focus towards that direction, like not overthink it, not overanalyze it, just post it. And usually the posts that you don't put a lot of effort behind are the ones who perform the best. Probably you have seen that as well. So I think that we will definitely keep going towards this direction. I think there is going to be a very big shift towards community basis as well, like Reddit. This is why we started doing that too, because we see a lot of potential. So I think that Reddit is going to keep growing and growing even more. And get a lot of traction, especially considering that it's actually being connected with LLMs, and also something that you post on Reddit will also, if you're lucky enough or if you know how to do it right, will also be reflected will also be indexed on Google as well. So I think many companies will start focusing on Reddit too. Quora might also be something that will be rising during the next months or year. So yeah, I would say many different things that we have on our radar as well.
So what I'm hearing is the age of forums is coming back.
Yes, I would say so. Especially considering how everyone wants to be indexed on Google and how everyone wants to be on the results on ChatGPT. And forums are actually helping a lot. So there is even like a dedicated space. If you Google search something right now, there is a tab, forums, as there is one for video content, short form video content, where you get all of the results from TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Instagram. Instagram as well announced that they are going to be indexed on Google, right? And everyone is freaking out right now. So yeah, I think it's all about creating content and it's what I mentioned, like trying to be educational, share value, but also be SEO friendly and put in the right keywords as well.
Yeah, for sure. And you mentioned keywords just now. That's a big part of social media, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
How does sort of your keyword work look like in terms of this B2B space?
Well, I would say that usually, at least what I am doing is basically make a research on the top keywords that are searchable on Google. This is actually how we started more or less with our Reddit strategy as well, like reverse engineer, because we wanted to be indexed on Google and be there on the results under the forums tab that I mentioned, and under the questions as well. So we started by searching ChatGPT, hey, what are the top 10 questions that people are usually searching on Google related to affiliate marketing? And we got the questions, and then we started creating content on Reddit around these questions. And basically it worked very well. Like most of the posts that we made there related to what ChatGPT told us is already getting indexed on Google. So we saw that this is actually working. So that's what I'm always trying to do also sometimes. If I know that my goal, it's all about knowing what you want to do. If your goal is to be indexed, try the reverse engineer, like figure out first the questions that people ask in your niche, and then create content relevant to that, yes, and put in the right keywords so Google will trigger it and will start indexing your content.
Yeah, definitely. And you mentioned ChatGPT as a tool. Are there other tools that you find that help you a lot, or that you just use sometimes?
Well, ChatGPT is definitely a tool that I think that all of us are using. I'm using different tools for different purposes, I would say. Using Asana a lot for project management. Obviously using our own tool, Rewardful, for everything related to our own affiliates and managing our affiliates. Using Canva when it comes to creating content and all of the visuals. So yeah, I would say that these are the main tools that I'm using on a daily basis. Google Analytics, of course, as well. Yeah, these are the top tools that come at least on top of my head right now.
Rewardful social media suite.
Yes, exactly.
And do you think AI will continue to be a useful tool, or will it come with more challenges and a little more harmful maybe? Or
I don't think that I'm the type of person that I don't feel that it's harmful, at least yet, or maybe I'm naive, I don't know. I'm really trying to use it towards my benefit and try to make my work more efficient and faster and more, basically try to make things done effectively. And it has been working very well so far. Obviously, it's kind of crazy to see how fast it evolves. And I think we are just at the beginning, to be honest. I think there's a huge, like in 5 years from now, we're going to be talking about crazy things happening in the AI scene. But I'm not the type of person who believes that we are going to lose our jobs, for example, because AI is going to steal our jobs. I think many people are kind of scared of that. But I still feel, especially for my type of job, yes, you can have ChatGPT or any other AI create visual for you. But by the end of the day, this visual, at least in my eyes, looks very AI. Yeah. And I know that people, as I mentioned, and I will always say that they want to see real content, authentic content.
The human touch.
Human touch, exactly. And we even see that on LinkedIn right now. Like people are getting furious about all of the AI bots and all of the people who are just copy pasting AI content and making comments that start with, in this modern world, in today's fast-paced world. So people have started really seeing, and they are not stupid. Like they know what is coming from AI and they know what is real, and they really value the human content. And as I mentioned, we're still at the beginning. I feel as it will keep growing, they will be valuing human real content even more and more and more, at least when it comes to our line of job and what we are doing.
Yeah, so in your eyes, social media marketing has nothing but benefits to take away from AI, and it will still expand.
I think so. I hope I'm not gonna change my mind, but I really think so. Yeah,
that's good to hear some hopeful thoughts on there. I know that lots of people use ChatGPT, especially.
Everybody uses ChatGPT. Come on, if not ChatGPT, Gemini or anything else. Like if you work in marketing and you say you don't use AI, I think you are lying.
Yeah, and sometimes even the tools that we've been using for a long time have AI that we aren't aware of.
Exactly.
AI has existed for a while. ChatGPT just makes it more flashy.
Exactly, yeah.
So you think there's still loads to explore in social media marketing as a whole for Rewardful?
Yeah, I would say so. There are still many things that we would like to do. There are still things that we just started, and we have a long way ahead of us to keep optimizing them. I think this is in general for social media. Like it's what you said. You feel that okay, I see the finish line, but you are not even close to the finish line. And this is also one of the reasons why I like social media, because it's never stable, it's never steady, which can be upsetting, but there's always something new to do. It might be a new trend or it might be a new platform, but I would say there are many things that we still want to explore and try and test in our social media marketing efforts.
So you're already looking beyond the forums for the next big thing.
Yes, exactly.
Any predictions?
Well, we still want to keep going with Reddit. Trying Quora, maybe, I would say. Quora could also be a challenge as well, because people think that all of the forums work in a similar way, but especially Reddit and Quora are very different. Yeah. And people on Reddit can be very, very brutal, very harsh. Also, there are many bots as well, many strict guidelines, while Quora, it's a bit more open. But yeah, I would say Quora could be something that we would be experimenting or exploring in the next period. And also, yeah, we are, as I mentioned before, we launched our YouTube series as well, cloTalks. So it's still very fresh, very new. It got released in June. So we want to see how we want to keep developing this as well, because video content is very powerful right now, not only in social media in general. So we want to see how we can keep pushing it and growing further.
The first season of cloTalks was a little more tips and tricks, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Will you continue down that same line for season 2, or are you already thinking differently?
There are many conversations that we have. We might actually start having guests as well, and basically having interviews or sharing insights with partners or customers or people from the whole digital marketing space. So there are many things that we have in our mind right now, but we are still in the brainstorming phase.
Cool, yeah, sky's the limit. Finish line.
Finish line. We might reach it one day.
Yeah, definitely. And in terms of affiliate marketing and social media, do you see that your affiliate marketing will continue to grow? The Friends of Rewardful. You think those efforts will continue to grow, or sort of how do you see that?
Yeah, this is the plan. The plan is always keep growing. This is what we want to do as well. We actually recently started implementing a few changes in our affiliate marketing, our own affiliate marketing program. Because this is what we do. This is also our software. So we are actually putting together all of the tips that we are sharing with other people as well and other companies as well. So basically, we recently released with our affiliates a Notion library. A library basically where we call it like the source of everything. So, when you are a new affiliate, you are a bit lost. You are like, okay, how am I supposed to promote this software? How am I supposed to promote this product? So we put in together a library where we share all of the important links, resources, Q&As, and we keep updating it as we go because we still produce a lot of content and this is not going to stop. Actually, since I am also, I am the main POC for our affiliates as well, I've also offered them the opportunity of scheduling a one-on-one call with me in case they have any questions or they want any help when it comes to how to promote the product. So we are really trying, that's what we say in general a bit about affiliate marketing. You really have to be personal and speak directly to them and make them feel safe and at home. Because otherwise they will just drop it and they will never promote you. So that's what we are trying to do as well, build a very nice connection with them and make them feel like they can always come and knock on our door and we are there to help them in any way we can.
Yeah, definitely. It's good to hear about those personal relationships. That's something that we also believe in across all of our brands, Best Reviews, Feeling Lucky, no matter the vertical. And it's also something that has come up during our previous episodes of the cloTalks. It's really important to develop that close relationship, not only with the field marketing, but also with social media, with
everything,
community, brands, etc. But definitely in affiliate marketing, it's important. We're now launching a new brand, Advent Calendars Club, and we've been finding it a little harder to connect with brands there. So do you feel that difference as well across verticals, or do you find that in general B2B everything's a little bit the same, it's easy to develop relationships? Or
I would say that in general it's hard to build personal relationships and especially build a strong sense of community as well. This might be one of the biggest struggles all of us who do social media face. I think that sometimes we tend to overthink it, while we just have, I know it sounds cliche, but by the end of the day, we always have to put ourselves in our target audience's shoes and think, okay, I am thinking as if I am my ICP. What do they want to see? How will they what content will make them feel, have an aha moment? Yeah, okay, I resonate with this. So I think it's all about that. Obviously, it's easier said than done. It takes a lot of time and practice and testing and failure and winning, but it's a long shot. But yeah, building personal relationships is definitely one of the toughest part, especially in B2B. But by the end of the day, it's also the magic, right? It's tough, but there are many brands that have been doing that for years. We are also trying to do that as well. So never give up. Just keep pushing.
Yeah, for sure. Do you feel that it's easier to build relationships on the affiliate side versus the social media community? Or do you feel that they're both challenging in their own way?
I think they both have their own challenges. I think that on the social media part, it might be a bit tougher just because you are anonymous, especially if you are posting from a brand profile. People don't really know who is posting, right? And that's why I mentioned before, right now there is this change that people want to see other people. So you will see even company pages posting the people behind the brand, the whole team introducing themselves. So this is very important as well. When it comes to affiliate marketing, I would say it's all about, that's what we are always saying at Rewardful, that many people treat affiliate marketing as a set it and forget it type of channel. Well, in reality, it's not. Everybody wishes it was like that, but it's not. So I think by the end of the day, it's all about knowing that this is something that you will have to be hands-on there. You not just give the affiliates a link and that's it. They will do their job. You need to be on top of them, have calls with them, email them, update them, and build a personal connection. Because I am saying that it's a little bit easier because it's so easy to not be anonymous, especially if you have an affiliate manager or someone who is handling the program, managing the program. It's so easy for this person to send emails, right? And build a personal connection with the affiliates. And it's always going to be valuable for them. They will always appreciate it.
Yeah, it's refreshing to hear that. We also feel that definitely sometimes as the affiliate, we feel that not all brands think that way. I think there's still a lot of, as you mentioned, one and done, like here you go, and now do all the work. So it's definitely good to hear that take that we also agree with, building that relationship. Because once you have the relationship with that brand, it makes things even easier to promote the brand and develop that relationship with your audience. That definitely makes sense to us, but I think not all brands are aligned there, especially the ones that are a little more B2C. I think they have a different view of the funnel that we do as affiliates. So yeah, it's definitely refreshing to hear that take. Any last thoughts on social media and affiliate marketing, building communities? Anything you'd like to share?
I would say I know I sound repetitive, but don't be scared to try different things. That this is always what I've been saying to myself ever since I started working in marketing. Don't be afraid to try different things, even if it doesn't work. You got a lesson, you will just keep going. So it's like life, right? Like even if it might look like a failure, but it's not. You just got a very important lesson. This doesn't fit right now for your audience. So take it as a lesson and just keep going. Try something else. So yeah, I would say this is the number one tip, at least, that I'm usually sharing with people.
Yeah, you live and you learn.
You live and you learn, exactly.
And what's not working today may be working tomorrow.
As well, very true. And that's what I'm always saying with testing, because that might be misinterpreted, because I'm always saying test, and if it doesn't work, it means that, okay, you can shift your focus to something else. But especially in marketing, one test might not be enough. Like posting one carousel and seeing that it flopped doesn't mean that carousels don't work. It might be the specific type of content that you posted, or the day or the time that you posted. There are so many different factors. So always be open-minded as well about all of the other things, and never take things personally as well.
Yeah, for sure. And you have worked with other brands in the past, not only Rewardful. Do you feel that it's been a little difficult sometimes maybe to get brands to see that you were just mentioning, which something that's not working today can work tomorrow and things need to have some time?
I would laugh, I would say. No, everyone knows that. No. Usually, yeah, especially in social media, because there are still many people who don't really believe in the value of social media. For me, it sounds insane, maybe because I am doing that and I still see the value. I see it every day, actually. But yeah, it's usually a bit tricky to convince people that, okay, it's a long shot. It takes time, especially with organic, as we discussed, that you will not see results tomorrow. You will not wake up to 1,000 subscribers in one day. Trust the process. Yeah, it's a bit tough. But that's why I'm always saying as well that you need to be very vocal about even the small successes. It might seem that it's not something big for you, but for your stakeholder or your manager might be a big thing. So I'm always a voucher of just show off, it's not that bad sharing even a small success. A win is a win, right?
Yeah.
So just share it with the team and people will appreciate it by the end of the day.
Yeah, for sure. We feel that definitely not only on the social media side,
in general,
but
yeah.
also with the websites themselves. Sometimes brands expect that it's just like post the content and everything like just sort of snowballs.
We wish, right?
Yeah, that would make things easier for everyone, but there's definitely, I think, still some education to be had. That's also a recurring theme, I think, in these episodes that we've had, of brands still need to shift that mentality.
I think there is a progress. Yeah. There is definitely a progress. I see it throughout the years. Of course, we're not on the finish line, but I see that there is a progress happening a lot.
Yeah, I think so as well. Yeah, still a ways to go. But
yes.
Yeah, I think the theme for today is the finish line.
The finish line, yeah.
Yeah, I think always changing, but we can see it. We know there's some hope at the end of the tunnel, and we'll keep moving towards it.
We are optimistic, at least.
Yeah, we have to remain optimistic, don't we? On the content side, especially with AI, I think.
Oh yeah! Oh my God.
It's a lot. Yeah, I think that's also one of the reasons why we invest in social media, so we can have all of these channels and trying to get those Google indexes, because Google is always and Google is always changing its mind, and it feels like Instagram is a little late to the party. Don't you think?
Always.
In terms of the index.
Always, yeah. For sure.
We've been doing it for a while, yeah. And in terms of short form content, not sure if you feel the same, but it feels like Instagram doesn't perform as well as the other platforms. You
mean Reels, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a strong push on carousels right now on Instagram, and I don't know if you have noticed that there are even many times even when you scroll, you don't even see the first slide of the carousel on your feed. You see the second slide of the carousel on your feed, which is like, I don't even understand why, but this is how they decided to do.
Yeah. It's definitely odd. I think they only recently implemented in the insights that you can see which of the slides made the person.
Yeah, this is a very powerful metric.
Yeah, but it feels like it's coming so late, don't you think?
Yes, they are always late, to be honest. They are always late to the party. And right now with the indexing, and it's like huge news, everyone was freaking out, optimizing. But yeah, for me, this is meta, to be honest. They are always a bit late.
Yeah.
And they are always seeing what TikTok is doing, and then having internal talks and conversations. Okay, how can we beat them?
Yeah.
How can we make it work?
Do you think LinkedIn insights are good and helpful, or do you think they still have?
I think so, to be honest. I really rely on LinkedIn insights. I'm the type of person, it might sound weird, a social media manager that is heavily relying on native insights and analytics. I'm even scheduling content most of the time natively as well, because all of the platforms, apart from TikTok, doesn't have a native scheduling feature. So there is even always a conversation as well if the posts are going to perform better if you schedule them manually or through a third app. I don't really have the answer on that. From my experience, they usually perform a bit better if you schedule them natively. But yeah, I'm the type of person who prefers doing everything natively, because to be honest, I've tried most of the social media management software out there, And many times I'm seeing discrepancies in the numbers as well, like the analytics that I see on X tool with the analytics that I see natively are not always the same. So that's why I decided to go on the in-app analytics.
Yeah, makes sense. Have you found that brands that you work with then use their own tools for that, and they notice discrepancies and things aren't really aligning? Is that a problem sometimes in past?
In the past, it used to be a problem as well, but I am always very hands-on with analytics, so I'm always noticing that, and I'm always trying to figure out. And that's why I'm saying, like, by the end of the day, I'm always trusting the numbers that I see on LinkedIn or on Instagram than the numbers that I would see on a third-party app. So at least that's the way that I am that I've been operating for the past years.
Yeah, it's important to always be on top of things and plan ahead for everything that could go wrong.
Exactly.
but it's mostly a positive experience.
Yes. Right? And of course.
Rewardful.
Exactly. Pun intended.
Indeed. Well, thank you so much, Fotini. It was a pleasure to get your thoughts. We'll be on the lookout for future episodes of cloTalks.
Thank you.
And whatever else comes. And we'll be happy to have you in the future again.
Thank you so much for having me. It was a pleasure talking with you. And I would be very happy to come again in the future as well and talk about the new insights. And who knows how social media will look at that stage, right?
What forums will pop up, exactly. What AI will do to us.
Exactly.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we'll see you for the next episode of cloTalks.